Hello, hello, hello there, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. I hope that everybody's doing well. I hope things are going well for you, and it is so good to have you here with me at Catherine's Garden and Home. And we have another Wednesday here in August that we are going to be talking about the garden and just enjoying one another and enjoying this day. Now, this day started off here in the Boston area. By the way, I am in the Boston area, in the neighborhood in the city of Boston. And my garden is an English style cottage garden. And it is nestled in the neighborhood here. Um, when you look around my garden, you'd think that I'm living in the suburbs, but I'm not. I'm right in the city, because then the reality hits when you hear the fire engine going down the street, or a police siren, or an ambulance, or somebody with their car driving down the street with it loud, and all that good stuff. And then also when you hear the lawnmowers and all that other stuff, then the reality hits and you say, "Oh my goodness. I'm not in the secret oasis. I am actually surrounded by people. And I am definitely in the neighborhood." But it's good. It's a good thing. I'm not complaining. I'm so glad to be around people, to hear people's voices, to be in the city. And I grew up in the city. So I'm used to city sounds and being in part of a neighborhood. Um, but I've fallen in love with the garden. And more as I garden, the more that the garden becomes like a sanctuary for me. And if you feel that way, put something in the chat. Say, yes, my garden is my sanctuary. It's my place where I can relax. And do you find yourself getting up early in the morning and walking around in your garden when nobody's awake? That, as soon as you wake up, you want to go in the garden, especially now in the summertime. I did that this morning. I got up, wanted to go in the garden, but found out it was 59 degrees or 60 degrees in the morning. And it was like, wow, it hit me. Oh my goodness, we're going to be having fall in just a couple of weeks. It's going to be fall. And I happened to go to the Dollar Tree today, and as I stepped into the Dollar Tree, I saw all of the Halloween. No, they didn't Halloween. Did they have? They had school supplies, and they had pumpkins. For Thanksgiving, the harvest season, celebrating fall, and they had some Halloween things there too. So it's a reminder that um, the summer season is going to come to an end, and that we're going to end up experiencing fall real soon. If I see those watching, come and join me in the chat so that I don't feel alone or feel a little talking to myself, just to know that somebody's really there listening to me. Come and join me in the chat and come and say hello. And I say hello to all of you and welcome you to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. And I didn't realize how catchy that little jingle has become, because whenever I go and join in other people's chats, go and see them in their channel, and they say, "Oh, Miss Catherine's here," and then they start singing my song, my little jingle. And Catherine's Garden and Home, that's right. Grow, 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 grow together. Hey, Deborah, how are you? Good afternoon. It is so funny. Hey, Sonia, how are you? Yeah, it's so good to see you today. We missed you last week. But I know that people have other things to do, and that's why I am feeling so honored when you come and join me here. Let me put on my glasses so I could see. Um, but yeah, it is so, as I was saying, it's so interesting when I go on to other people's channels and chats, and then they see see my name pop up. You're doing great. That's good. That's good. Then they start singing that my little jingle, Catherine's garden and home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. In Catherine's garden and home. Uh-huh. Catherine's garden and home. It's amazing how I've been associated with that little song, Catherine's Garden and Home. Well, it is so good to have you come and join me. Yeah, grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Right, Sonia? Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, but have any of you been watching the DNC, the convention, the Democratic National Convention? And it has been so exciting to me. I don't believe everything that the Democrats believe, neither do I believe everything that the Republicans believe. But one thing I got to say is that the Democrats know how to give a convention that's full of joy and happiness, and the people are excited about life and they love being together and the diversity. It just makes me so happy. And so I celebrate that joy. And I'm a person of joy. Joy is it. And so when we come together here at Catherine's Garden and Home, I always want you to experience that joy. I want you to feel happy. I want you to leave from me being uplifted. Why? Because there's so many negative forces out there in the world that is going on and bombarding us on a daily basis. A lot of negativity. But the garden just is a place of inspiration and joy. And that's why I find myself getting up early in the morning and wanting to go into the garden and to spend time there because it just fills me with a grounding, a sense of peace. And that is what we really, really need. Um, Along with that, I am a spiritual person. I believe in God. And I find that the garden is also a great place of prayer. And I did send out a email to you all to invite you to our prayer gathering that we're going to be having on Google Meets with Francesca and Thelma, who are two of our other gardening friends. So you're welcome if you can to participate in that. We'll be sending out information. But I find that the garden is a place also of solace, a place where one can meditate. And you don't have to be a believer like me, but even just because there are people who gravitate to the garden even if they don't believe in God the way that I believe in God. God reveals himself to them in the garden. They realize that there is peace in the garden, that there's tranquility. There's even if things are not going well in your garden, because right now at this time, I don't know if your garden is looking like mine. My garden's a little weary, a little worn. There's still a lot of color, but but then there's a lot of deadheading that's needed to be done, a lot of other things that need to happen in the garden. And but in spite of that, there's still a peace. And when I start pulling out the weeds, when I start weeding, or when I start collecting the cherry tomatoes, and they look so good. One of the things that I've enjoyed doing is while I'm walking in the garden, I start eating the produce as I go along. Like earlier, it was my snap peas. I would pull off the snap peas and munch on them, and just the freshness, the burst of the taste in my mouth. And then um, now it's the cherry tomatoes, the sweet 100s. Do you have sweet 100s in your garden? Did you grow that? Either of you or anyone who's listening, did you grow sweet 100s? And I love it when I catch one that I missed picking that's red, that's the right color. And I would put it in my mouth. And I was like, wow, this is sweet. Now I'm a sugar person. I love candy. I love sweets, and so when I get a sweet, natural sweet high from the sweet tomatoes, it's just it just makes me happy. It just makes me happy, and then I don't feel any guilt because I know, well, this is a natural sweetener. It's from the earth, that it's not going to do me in like sugar or other thing. Yeah. So you grew that? Yes, I grew. You grew them too. That's good. Last year I had hello Francesca. Last year I had the sun golden um, tomatoes. This year the person that I got um, my tomatoes starts from, she didn't have that. She only had the sweet 100s. Um, but they were delicious as well, and they're different types of tomatoes. And then now I have the the beefsteak tomato, which is getting much bigger. So my tomatoes seem to be getting more beefy. You sound kind of quiet. Oh, I'm sorry. Could you hear me? Everybody else can hear me? Maybe because I'm not yelling. Yeah, but anyway, I pulled it a little closer so that you could hear me. All right, put the mic a little closer. Um, so usually I'm talking very loud, but today I'm not as loud. I try, but anyway, so it's just been a really great experience in the garden, eating from the fruits and the fruits of the garden. Much better. Okay, thank you. Good morning, Beverly. How are you? Gardens are me. Gardens are me, Bev. I got my lupin seeds. The lupin seeds came in. Yes. Mm-hmm. They came. Thank you so much. And I did find, I went back and I found the pictures that you sent me. You did send me pictures of your garden. And I have to download them and put them. I'm thinking putting them on the website, but also sharing them with the others on the community page. And so I did find them because I was saying, what pictures are you talking about? Because I didn't see them before. But yeah, they came. You did email them to me. So what I have to do is go back and download them. I've just been distracted by other stuff. But I did you see um, in the community page, I did pull up the lupin. Yeah, it was so nice. I was like, oh, look at this package, this letter. And I said, let me open it up. Yeah, her lupin was beautiful, wasn't it? I love that color. That color's going to look well in my garden in the spring. And I think you said they were white and purple. So I have a purple garden, right? Let me see if I have, my spring garden tends to be purple and that kind of purple pink. So what I want to ask you, Beverly, is what should I do? Should I direct sow the seeds, at least some of the seeds, in the ground in the fall, and then water them? Because I'm wondering what to do with that, because I have tried to sow, like I mentioned last week, I tried to sow the lupin in pots, the lupin seeds in pots, and they did grow, they did come up, they did germinate and so forth. But and I transplanted them, kept transplanting them up and potting them up, and I pot them up to the next level, but then they weren't strong enough, and they then ended up fizzling out. Hey, Brooke, how are you? How are you? Yeah, Brooke, you might be able to give some insight too. Do you grow lupins? And how best in our area is it best to direct sow lupin seeds, or could I, how can I have success with the lupins by starting them in pots? And Gardens of Me says, maybe some pink ones in there too. Yes, Miss Catherine, direct sow them and they should grow for you because they are perennials for us. Okay, okay. Now, do I have to give that, do I have to, I wouldn't have to put them in the refrigerator or anything like that. Should I soak them, or just find a nice area and just do I how should I do that? Just if I direct sow them, do I just dig a hole, a trench, put not a dig hole, but not a deep hole, but just put them on the surface and lightly cover them, or how should I sew them? Because you gave me a lot, which is great. That was nice. You gave me a good amount, and I don't want to waste them. And I really want them to grow. Brooke said, I did grow them. I started them indoors in pots. They grew fast. They have a tap root. I bumped them up to a much larger pot. Yeah, I tried to bump mine up to a much larger pot too, but then they just fizzled. I don't do anything like that. I find an area and sew them, cover them deeply. Oh, you do? Okay, Bev. So you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to do both. I'm going to sow some in the ground, like what you just said, Beverly. Um, you know, and I want to put them in the upper garden, the side of there where my lilac. Could you see that? Oh my goodness, I can see it in my mind. The lupin, because the lupin comes like like how I have here. You remember in my book how I have here the lilacs um, and the alliums, the purple alliums. Yeah, and I'm thinking because I think they come full sun, full sun. Okay, that's where I'm going to put them. I'm going to put them up there where the lilac bushes, where the alliums are. Lupins can be winter sown. I pot them up. I use a 4 by 4 inch by 6 in deep container. I put them outside in March and cover them with frost cloth. Okay, are they a perennial or they're perennialized? Hey, Yankee Sister Homestead. Yeah, so what I will do is when I'm planting my tulips later on in the fall, when I buy my tulips and I clear that area, and I you know how I always clear that area out there where I call my English style garden, this area here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clear an area and mark it off so I don't mess it up. And my husband doesn't dig it up because he loves to dig up that area. He likes to clean it and cover it up with all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna have to mark it so he does not mess with my seeds. Otherwise, I'll be mad with him. you know, I can't wait to see them grow in your garden. Pray over them and let's get growing, love. you you know what? You know what? That's it. Pray. Yes. I'm gonna. You know what I'll do is and they love full sun. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the area. The other area that I could put it to is my other area. The other side where I have right now the hibiscus, and plants grow so big. They start off so small, and you just assume that I don't know. In our heads, it's hard for me to see them large, and and then they just grow so big and full. It's like wow. And then I said, "Wow, I need a bigger garden. I need a big piece of land. I need some more space to accommodate all of that." But the problem is that you have to, with a big garden, you have to have a lot of maintenance to do yourself as well, you know. But it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So I think what I'm gonna do is plant it on both sides of the front gardens where the sun is. in this side, and then on the other side where I have I don't think I have a picture of that side on this in my book. I don't think I do. Let's see. I don't have it here. But I think you all know that side over there where I have my hibiscus growing. If you've been watching my videos, you'd see it. Yeah. So how's everybody doing? Um, yeah. So for those of you who just came on, I'm talking about the fact that my friend Bev sent me those lupin seeds that I talked about last week. She has some lupins in her garden. What color? Sounds beautiful. Hey, Yankee Sister Homestead. Purple, white, and pink lupins. And if you saw I put it in the community page, a picture of Bev's lupin. Excuse me. A little frog in my throat there. But I'm so excited, and I know they're gonna grow, Beverly. I know they're gonna grow. I've been trying to grow lupins for so long, and this is like the second year I've really tried hard. The one year I was able to grow lupins, but it's because I got a plant. You know, it was at the nursery. I was able to pick it up at the nursery. It had already been potted up and everything, and I put it in, and it was so pretty. It did not come back the next year, but for the year that time that it was there, it was beautiful. And so I said I would always try it by seeds, using it in seeds. But I believe because you're right in my area, I didn't know that we're neighbors, Bev. That's so sweet. We're neighbors. At least you're not too far away. Um, it's really, really nice. You know what? I was thinking, and you all pray about this, that we're going to have some sort of meetup for us here in the New England area. Yeah, with Yankee Sister and those of you. We're neighbors. Yes, we are. Some kind of meetup or something. Yeah, a little. Um, I've always dreamed of doing something like that. Um, but you know, so pray about it. Maybe next year we can do a June meetup or something. And those of you who want to come and join us, yeah, and then we could greet. I know it would be awesome, wouldn't it? Yeah, find some place, a good location, um, a garden, like a garden party or something. You know who's good on planning trips like that? Brooke, but she's in New Jersey. She's too far away. A meetup says happy back. Yeah. Y'all pray about it. Pray, God, make this happen for us next year. We want to meet up. Jesus, help us to figure out a place, a location. Brooke, think about something that's close that we can meet up. That we could all drive to. No, nothing more than like 2 hours away from everybody. Who's up for a road trip? Yeah. Um, Brooke goes to the most beautiful gardens. Yes, she does. Yes, there are nice gardens here in our area too, in Massachusetts. Um, there are nice things in our area. Maybe that's something I've never planned a meetup. Yeah, that would be so nice. And you could have it at we're at like a hotel, not a hotel, or a place. Yeah, and it'll have to take some planning, but maybe we'll put that in our bucket list. And for our people who are not in the New England area, we'll have to pick some place where there's a motel or a hotel or something where they can come in. They can they can, if they want to fly in to the Boston area and have a weekend fling here in Boston, or the New England area, and we could do a tour or something of a garden or something. I don't know. Yeah, I am not a party planner, but it would be a good, nice thing for us to meet up with, wouldn't it? Anyway, how is everybody doing? How is everyone doing? I hope everyone is well, and I hope that this time is going well for you. Um, but it would be it. And I hope that you are enjoying the weather. You know, the weather's changing here. How many of you a weekend cruise to Bermuda? Yeah, the weather is finally cooled up. Happy Mac, you want a real vacation, huh? Yes. Well, we will pray for you that you get that cruise to Bermuda, that you can get your cruise. Right now, I don't want to be on a boat. Mm-mm. No cruising for me. I think I prefer to stay on land. I think I like Francesca's idea of a road trip. You're over ambitious flatter. I like Francesca's idea of a road trip. Something that maybe an hour, 2 hours, or something like that. Or come to Francesca's far. You're a little bit too far, Francesca. Yeah, it is Thelma. Yes, Thelma. It was chilly here in Boston. It was 62, 62 degrees this morning. I went out in my garden. I started off talking about this earlier, that I love getting up early in the morning. I'm an early riser, and the sunrise is about 6:30 or 6, or around that time, 5 o'clock, 5:15. I think sunrise. It starts to. There's light outside. It was 52 this morning. Yeah, it was real cold. I don't know if I had the numbers right, but I know it was a 2 was definitely in there. See, the 60. It probably warmed up by the time I looked and went outside, but it was cold, and I usually get up and I make myself a hot drink, something more than likely a cup of coffee, and when I look out the kitchen window, when I look out the window and look on the garden always beckons me. So I've been coming out with my coffee and just standing and looking and observing and just enjoying the sunrise. If it's a good morning, you could see the sunrise. And I think it was like it was such a beautiful sunrise. I think 2 days ago, it was like a real nice red haze across the sky, and then the sun came up, and it was shining through. It was just beautiful, and so I've been doing that, and I find that the garden is such a powerful place for contemplation. Just it's like very grounding for me in the morning when I walk through the garden. And then the next thing I'll go inside and put the cup down, and then I have this little container, and I will walk around in the garden. There's a mosquito. I think I caught it. I don't know. Are you all experiencing mosquitoes? Yeah, with the rain and everything. Yeah, I saw a red moon, I think last week. Yes. Okay, okay. It was a red moon? Yankee sister? I don't know, but the sunrise was also red sometime last week also. But anyway, it's just a great place for contemplation and thinking, and I just am finding that the garden has just been drawing me in, and I look forward to it. Houseflies are terrible here, says Francesca. I know I'm holding multiple conversations at once, and you all are driving this conversation today. Did you notice that? So just keep on putting your thoughts on in the chat, because I'm reading them as we go along. Also here, Brooke, chilly this morning. Okay, let me go back. Are we gonna see? I'm gonna stick with the topic of the temperature, because that really is. It was. Brooke says it was 52 this morning in New Jersey. Yes, we all. Um, yes, says Happy Mac. The daylight has shortened so much. 58 this morning at my house. I forgot to shut the windows. Oh wow. Wait a moment. Did I read it? 48. 48 this morning. So Happy Mac, where are you located? Where are you located? Are you are you in the Northeast? Are you in the Northeast? But definitely, it is getting colder. Happy Max says it's the smoke from Canada made the moon red and the sunrise and the sunsets wild looking. Oh, okay. Near Utica, New York. Oh, okay. Okay, so you're up north here too with us. All right. Yeah, it was kind of chilly, a little chilly up this year. That's cold, 48 degrees. Yeah. That's fall like. Sunday downpour all day. Had flood warnings. Wow. Wow. Yeah, it rained here in Boston on Sunday too. Um, but we didn't. One thing about where I'm located has been, we've been getting rain, but not severe weather, which I'm thankful to God. When I hear of some people in places where the weather's just been a little bit rough, um, with severe storms and so forth. It just makes me very grateful and thankful to God for keeping me safe here in my little secret garden. I was sharing earlier how I feel about my garden as if it were a secret garden and just a place where I can um, be secluded within the city. When you looking at it right like this here, you think that I live in the suburbs, right? But no, I'm right in the city. And I'm very grateful that I can have both worlds, have the city as well as have a beautiful neighborhood to live in here in Boston. That's why, when people talk negatively about the city, I think sometimes, well, not all of the city is like that, but they give you this impression that every part of the city has, you know, is just run down and evil, and people are just out there harming one another. They give such a terrible description of the city and city dwellers. But I'm here to tell you that it's not true. At least there are parts that have crime, but if you go into the suburbs, there were criminals out there as well, people doing a lot of bad things. If you go into the rural places, um, there are people who are doing bad things as well. Crime is everywhere. So, that's why I just want you all to know that the city, there's beauty in the city. And my garden is one of those places, in my urban English style cottage garden. And I do find solace here in the city. And I love where I'm located. And I'm glad that I'm able to share my joy with you. And especially now that the world is just seems a little bit more chaotic, that you can find the solace and peace that you need in your garden. You can create your own place and space of joy. And Yankee Homestead says, I see your beautiful hydrangeas. I have the same color. Yes, we cut some and had them for my mom's birthday get together. Yeah, yes. Oh, thank you, Thelma, for helping to draw attention to the flowers. All right, wonderful people. You know how I've been putting together garden. Every neighborhood in town is different. I love going to see the old architecture in cities. Yes, yes, Barbie. Boston is an old city, so you'll find all kinds of old architecture and new modern things as well, because we have a lot of modern things, a lot of construction going on in the city as well. Because housing, there's like a shortage of housing in the Boston area. Housing is very expensive, and rents are very expensive as well. Um, so there's a lot of construction going on, but then there are a lot of beautiful old buildings and architecture and stonework and so forth. The spiky flowers, these are apple mint, the apple mint. That my apple mint is flowering, and that I had a lot of this year. Now there's every year there's something that grows in excess and in great abundance, and this year the apple mint was I've been cutting apple mint and drinking apple mint tea with different other herbs. You remember that year that we bought all those? Bev had inspired us. Yeah, apple mint. Bev had inspired us to go and get some mint. Yeah, remember we were talking about spearmint, apple mint, um, pineapple mint, all kinds of mint. Well, I had apple mint, and I just planted apple mint in all different locations in the garden. And in one particular location, it did very, very well. And I had cut it. The mint, low, yes. I just cutting it, and it just really did well. Well, this is the flower. Um, this is the flower. Yeah, and the texture is so beautiful. This is the flower. And it seeds, it grows by runners, but it also seeds too. So if you let the seed, that I will have more apple mint in that area. Well, it's growing so well in the garden. I also have a lot of lemon balm also. And then my bergamot, bergamot or bee balm is beautiful with the apple mint, you know. And then, of course, yes, this is my Dollar Tree seeds, zinnias. Oh, my zinnias are finally showing up. Look at that zinnia. Beautiful. Definitely the color from the Dollar Tree seeds, zinnias. And I have not had as great success this year as I normally do with zinnias. But what has shown up is so beautiful. Look at this one. That is so pretty. And then this is sedum. This is the sedum. Now the sedum is a perennial, and it comes every year. The sedum comes up every year. And this sedum is from my aunt Tanti's, talking about ancestral wells and wells of gratitude, Thelma. This is from the garden of my aunt Tanti, who was like my grandmother. I lived with her during my college years, and she passed away, and I dug up the sedum in her garden, and I put it in my garden, and I planted it all around the garden, the sedum. And sedum is a perennial; it's easy to grow. Yeah. So every time I see it, in the garden, it reminds me of my aunt Tanti. Yeah, this Happy Mac, this zinnia is the cactus style. There are different types of zinnia styles. There's the single petal, the single petal style, and this is called the cactus style. Yes, Thelma. Yeah, I do. I feel it. I feel her presence every time I look at the sedum. And I even planted some of this in a pot. I had a little piece, and I put it in a pot with one of the pots there with a hosta that I had also dug up from her garden, and I brought to my garden here, and I divided. I divided a piece of it, and I put a piece of that. It was just a small piece in the pot, and I also put the sedum in the pot, and now they're both grown up together, which is quite interesting because sedum tends to love the sun, and the hostas love the shade. So the pot that I put it in is in a partial sunshade location. So the sedum's getting enough sun to grow, and the host is getting enough shade to not be, stressed out. They're cohabiting together really well, and it's from my aunt's garden. Yeah, I love making these um, arrangements for you all. And then this yellow flower. I don't know the name of this, but it's beautiful, and it's perennial, and it spreads. And I've propagated it into different parts of the garden, and it's doing really well. The bees love it. It's really a pollinator for the bees. The bees are really enjoying this yellow flower. I'm calling it um, a daisy. I don't know. But I got that. The reason why I don't know what the name of it is because I got that particular flower from a, a what do they call it again? You know, um, from a gardening friend. I was walking in the park at that particular time, and they had the community gardens. That's what it is. It's like a coreopsis, but it's not small like the coreopsis because usually coreopsis is about this tall, right? These are real tall. They get really big, and she gave me a piece. She gave me some of that, and I planted it in the garden, and it's grown tall. I have it in different patches, parts of the garden, and it loves shade as well as sun. It grows well in the shady areas. It grows well in full sun, and so I just placed cut pieces of it throughout the garden, and it really shows up well at this time of the year, and it's adding a lot of color to the garden. And so that's really a good thing to do, to see the bumblebees love to sleep on zinnias. Yes, they do, Thelma. I just saw three full of pollen sleeping, so precious. Yes, yes, they do. They love that. The bees, oh, my upper garden, where I call my jewel garden, where I took the picture at. Um, Today I was up in that area with the purple phlox and the cosmos and everything, and these, oh my goodness, the bees. Oh really? Yes. um Gardens of says you can take a picture and look it up on your phone. Yeah, I saw that. But then, Beverly, what I need to do is write down what the name of it because I will forget. And I know the name of it somewhere that seen it before. um but I didn't write it down in a location where I could recall it really well. I should put it in my journal. Yes, Sonia, that is very precious. Yeah, the pollinators. I found that the pollinators have just been multiplying in the garden because I've been providing them with a lot of. You laughing at me, Sonia? I have Sonia. If you saw my office, I have so many books and papers and things that I've written down, and I have um, so many notes. It's a free app, Gardens of Me, Beverly, the phone. But yes, I have so many notes, all over the place. It's just that's why I had to come up with the with the journal so that I can put my notes down in a specific book. And remember, I've dated this 2024, so it would have been easy to not date it because then you could just have, you know, you could just order it again. But I've decided that each year I'm going to make a specific journal for the year so that I can go back to that time period. By the way, this is my apple tree. A picture of my apple tree, the Macintosh apple in the garden. And you know what? This year, the apple tree did not bloom at all. I did not get any apples at all, and it did not bloom at all. The apple tree, it just leafed out pretty okay, but nothing. And the same thing with the pear tree and the Asian pear tree. But my peach tree, I got a few peaches on it. Only problem is that I did not spray, and so because I didn't spray, there's this worm or whatever on it. And then the other thing is with the pear tree or bottle pear tree that I have that's really small, I need to really give them some more tender loving care. But yeah, but then I was looking, but you know what? Did very well for me this year. The plum tree. I am so excited about my plums. Both plum trees. I have a Stanley plum tree. It's like for prunes, purple prune, purple plums. And the tree is so filled with plums. I'm just waiting for them to ripen. And then I have a golden yellow egg plum, which is so delicious. I got two last year, just two on the tree, and that was so delicious. And this year, the tree is so filled with plums. I can't wait. I'm excited to collect the plums and eat the plums and share the plums with you all here, and that you can see it. It's just going to be so much fun. And I'm going to need some plum jam recipes from you all. Um, I did get a few figs. My fig tree gave me a couple of figs, which were really delicious. And there are figs on it, but they're still small. I don't know if they're going to have time for them to fully develop. But the fig trees have done so well in my garden and have grown really, really well. Um, you love plums? Yeah. Do you all have fruit trees in your garden? Who has few fruit trees? Do any of you have apple trees and other fruit trees in your garden? And how have you fared with them? Um, have you um, have your fruit developed? Golden plum sounds lovely. Yes, it is. It's sweet and it's a beautiful color. Um, I actually videotaped it. I had a video piece um, last week on my walkabout, but I had to shorten the video, so I pulled that piece out, and I think this I do apple, figs, and lemons. Lemons! Thelma, you have lemons? Wow, you must bring it inside. How did you get it doesn't survive the winter. You probably have to bring it inside in your garage. Yeah. Oh, that's great. I had a lemon early I had a Maya lemon tree that I would bring indoors and try to keep it during the summer. I had it in my office actually when I was a principal. I had a beautiful office with these tall windows, and my office was I had the pathos plants just trailing around, and I had a lot of beautiful um, plants that I grew in my office, um, and I had a Meyer lemon tree, and I had an orange tree too, and they were growing up. It was really nice. Um, Let me see what you all are saying. Happy Max says people have been throwing their plants out to the road for trash pickup, so I've been driving by shopping. All right, Happy Max. You're the These people don't know what's valuable, huh? Throwing away good stuff. All right. Sonia's laughing. Francesca says, that sounds fun, Sister Barbie. We will. Thelma says, Happy Mac, we will report them. Throwing away good stuff. Yankee Sisters love plums. Golden plum sounds lovely. Yes, it is, Happy Mac. It's delicious. Yankee Sisters says, I do apples, figs, and lemons. Happy Mac says, yes, the apple trees are thick or thin, though. Some are loaded, most have none. Yeah, okay, so it's not just me. Yeah, yeah, the apples did not do well, but the plums definitely, the figs did well. I was thinking of what had thrived this year. In terms of flowers, definitely my hydrangeas. The mop head hydrangeas, this was the year for the mop head hydrangeas. Everybody did well with their hydrangeas. Figs, if you had a fig tree out, the fig trees did well also. My plum trees did very well. What else did well? Um, I did well with kale. Oh my goodness, my kale plants, my brassicas did very well this year also. Um, so far, I'm struggling with the pumpkins. I might get one or two pumpkins this year, which is, it's like I'm shocked because I could see that Francesca. You guys, did you see Francesca? Francesca has been videotaping her garden, and she showed the porcelain pumpkins that I sent her the seeds. I sent seeds to those of you who requested. I mailed you out some pumpkin seeds, and and I think I even gave to if I had your address, I sent you some pumpkin seeds. And if I didn't, I'm sorry, but I did send a lot of pumpkin seeds to people. I think I sent it out as I don't know, just thank you. And she planted her pumpkin, the porcelain pumpkin seeds. And did you see the pumpkins? They look so pretty in her garden, and she showed pictures. I put it in the community page. That was nice, Francesca. I'm so glad that somebody was able to have pumpkins. Aren't those pumpkins beautiful? And they're big and meaty, and they taste delicious. You're going to enjoy them. They're great in soups and pumpkin stew, soups and things. Put them in with your if you're making chicken stew or something like that. Your children are going to love it. And I love the smell and the texture. I see one beautiful porcelain pumpkin. You have one? That's good. Thelma, that's good that you're going to have. Congratulations. Yeah, I saw her porcelain pumpkins there. Yes, they are. They're huge. I have more seeds, Bev. I might just send you some seeds. I have more seeds. I have seeds because of course there's so many seeds with that particular pumpkin. The pumpkin was so beautiful that I let it sit on my table for so long. But I had others that I had cut up and eaten. But that particular one was able to really ripen, so the seeds were very mature and ready for planting. And I'm so glad that she had success with the seeds. Yankee Sister says 3 fig bushes. Only one has figs. Don't know if they will get bigger before fall. Well, you know what, Thelma, that next year your figs will develop early. It seems like figs have 2 times growing. It's just that we don't have a long enough season. So the first time the figs develop, they the first batch, those ripen enough, so that you'll end up getting figs. But then the second batch, it gets cold too quick. We don't have a long enough season for the second development. The other thing that I have is a grapevine. My grapevine is so out of control. I don't know. I have not been very good at keeping that area where the grapevine is. I accept. Thank you, kind. Okay, good. I'll send you out, Beverly, some pumpkin seeds. You can save them for next year. You can plant them out. Um, Francesca says they are thriving like your garden, Sister Catherine. Yes, they are doing well. Thank you. You have it's huge on the trellis. Yes, that that pumpkin, the porcelain pumpkins get very big, and if you don't have a good support, you might need to find a way of supporting it on the trellis there to keep it up because it can get really big. It can get really big. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm not going to keep you all long today. How many of you have been watching the Democratic National Convention? I watched it. I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying the joy. It is, I don't agree with everything that the Democrats say. Neither do I agree with everything that the Republicans say. There's no perfect party between the two. They both have their flaws. But one thing I got to say about the Democratic National Convention is that it has been very joyful. And I have just been enjoying it. I enjoyed the Obamas. I enjoyed women empowerment. I've been enjoying the um, I've been enjoying VP Harris's husband's speech when he was telling their love story, how they met and how their family. It's just I just have been enjoying the stories of family and friends and people coming together from all different walks of life, and it reminded me of the garden, especially the type of garden that I like to grow with all of my flowers together and everybody crammed in. And it just reminded me of that we're all God's children. We're all God's children, and that we're all with all different colors and races and so forth. And it was so full of joy. And it was so nice to hear the words joy, hope, upliftment, thriving, just really good words. So, just continue to, as you think about your garden, think about our country, continue to uplift our country in prayer that the good from both sides will come forth. I wish I could create my own party. I'd take some from the Republicans, some of the Democrats, some of the things, all the good out of each of the all of the different ones. We could start our own party, and and make sure that God is in the middle of it all. Yes, and that's what the kingdom of God is going to be all about, right? We're kingdom people, so continue to spread the goodness of God through nature, through gardening, and that's all about hope and joy, and looking up. And opportunity has been a big word. Those of you who have joined me in the mornings with Lady Wisdom Speaks Academy, we've talked about opportunity. Opportunity is where your feet land, and they've been talking a lot about opportunity. So we are here, and we need to. Oh, look at there's a bee. There's a bee on my. You see the bee? Right there. Look at that. He's found an opportunity. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Yeah. So let us keep a positive attitude. Things may not necessarily be everything that you would want, and especially as believers in Jesus and so forth. There are some things, policies and things from either side that are corrupt and evil and so forth. But there's a lot of goodness too. And family is such a wonderful theme that's going on in the Democratic Party, I gotta say. And everybody, and the words freedom, and that's something that God has offered us to. And let that show up in your garden, right? So I'm gonna go and watch a little bit more of it and just pray for our country and pray for the good things to come forth. And I thank you, my gardening friends, for coming and joining me here. And it has been, I know I've been all over the place with I'm talking about a whole lot of different things, but let us continue to um, uplift one another, pray for one another, be, hey, Tara. Tara Murphy has joined us. Tara's the giver. Tara just loves to give. Bless you, my sister. Bless you. Let's just continue to keep, like they talk about, keep hope alive. Let joy. And one of the themes that they had, so they've won me with the theme, is joy, and laughter. Joy and laughter. And allow the joy and the laughter and the blessings to come forth. Um, so continue to do that. Yes. And Francesca's reminding me here that prayer changes things. And so we want to also invite you to a Google Meets that we're going to be having next week, Thursday. Francesca's going to be hosting it. But everybody will be there. And it's the closest that we can have to a meetup, which would be, yes, blessings, my dear auntie in Christ. Oh, thank you. um, that is the closest. We can't have our meetup just yet, right? But that is a way that we can come together and share our stories, songs, and worship. August 29th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I did send out an email to those of you. If I have your email, if you contacted me on this channel, Catherine's Garden and Home, you went to my website, go to the website if you're interested, and contact me from the website, and that way I will get your email address and be able to put you on the email list that you could know what's going on. And I've been trying to be good at sending out emails of encouragement and welcoming you into each month. That's my way of connecting with you too. So if you haven't, you can go. It's in the show notes. My website, Catherine's Garden Home LWS.weebly. That's WEEBLY.com. And you click on that, it'll take you to the website. And there you can go to the contact me, hit that, and leave an email message, and I will get it, and that way I will get your email address, and I can add you to the email list. All right. So that way you can get the information. And Francesca's going to be sending out the Google Meets password. And if you're interested, I could also, it's only 1 hour. Yes, it's only 1 hour. It's not like me, long-winded. They got a timer on it. But it's a way that we can all talk. And that way you can talk to me and I can hear your voice. And see your face if you want to show your face. You don't have to. You don't have to say anything. It would be nice if you said something though. But you don't have to show your face if you're camera shy. And it's a way that you can pray or share a good testimony. By the way, this morning, Francesca and Thelma had a beautiful devotional time. And on Wednesday mornings at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Thelma comes on with Francesca, and they've had a devotional time. And other gardening people have been coming together to join us in the mornings and on Wednesday mornings on Thelma's channel, and it's fantastic. We have like Hands in the Dirt. Yeah, what's her name? The New Orleans Gardener was on with us. A lot of others. Happy Mac was there. Were you there, Happy Mac? Happy Mac was there, yes. And it was just really, really good. Thelma, what a blessing. I enjoyed. It was nice being on the other side of the camera, and I was just praising God. I found myself just praising God and singing and dancing. Oh, it was the Spirit of the Lord was just present in your devotional with you and Francesca this morning. Whatever happened at that retreat, you brought the Holy Ghost back with you. That's for sure. He's dwelling deeply And your well is deep. And I felt the well. I was able to drink of the water. It was so good. Oh, it's so good. It was such a blessing. And I know that here on this channel, I was trying to keep that part of it away, but I welcome you. I welcome you to be a part of um, of that. And Friday we're going to be with Francesca on her channel at 9 with Thelma and also Antonio. Used to- Yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Anyway, Sonia says time to wrap up, and I agree with her. So yeah. So just just during this period, just you bring the sunshine. You bring the sunshine. You bring the joy. People are going to say negative things and pull people down, but that's not who we are. We are gardeners. We're people who plant up, who build up, who sow seeds. And so we want to sow seeds of love and joy in the world. And that's why I have this channel where we grow, 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 grow together. Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. In Catherine's Garden and Home. In Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Grow, grow, Sonia. Grow, grow, Beverly. Grow, grow, Thelma. Grow, grow, Francesca. Grow, grow, Tara. Grow, grow. Happy Mac. Grow, 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 Deborah. Grow, grow, Beverly. Grow, 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 grow together. Catherine's Garden and Home. I'm feeling real happy. Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Catherine's Garden and Home. Catherine's Garden and Home. Hallelujah. Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm feeling good in my spirit. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May his face shine upon you. May he fill you with his peace. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. And just keep on enjoying your garden. Accept the flowers. Sonia, thank you so much for being with us and helping us and moderating. I appreciate you greatly, my sweetness. Thank you so much. So good to have you with us. And everyone, stay safe and, just keep a heart of prayer. Know that these are the days to pray. And Beverly, thank you so much, my sweetheart. And yes, we have to have some form of meetup next year. Let's plan for it. We're going to meet up next year. Yes, Deborah, I love you, sweetie. Love you, Deborah. Yes. Tara, it all starts with faith and the size of a mustard seed in Jesus' name. Amen. Yes, my 2-year-old granddaughter is singing along. God's will. See you in the morning. All right. Bye, everybody. Have a good day. Love you. Yes. Oh, my heart's feeling good. I'm feeling so good inside. I feel the joy. I feel the joy. I hope you feel the joy. I feel the joy. Bye, sweetnesses. Bye. Bye, Francesca. Bye, Sonia. Bye, everyone. Be blessed, everyone. Have a great night. Yes. Bye-bye. Joyous favor and love all. Yes. Bye-bye.